questions and comments about the nuclear energy state in this country. I understand that we have not built any nuclear plants for the last 30 years, which I think is a real travesty. Looking at Europe and the way that they're using nuclear power, and I also wonder what you thought about the closing of the Yucca Mountain nuclear waste repository by Harry Reid out there in Arizona. And my second comment or statement was that I wish that they could extend the term limits for congressmen to 4 years instead of 2. I think you probably waste too much time spending time and money on campaigning, and it'd be better served if you had 4 years to do something good out there. So I applaud all your efforts.
Well, thanks, Greg. Well, first, to change the term from 2 to 4 years, by the way, I'll tell you, a lot of members of the House would love that. That would require an amendment to the United States Constitution, which has to be approved by the House and the Senate, I think with a two-thirds vote. And then it would have to go out to all the states, and we need 3/5 of the states to ratify it, I believe. It's a long process. So I'm not holding out much hope that they're going to extend terms of House members, and I doubt that the Senate would pass a bill to do this. That's my own. When the founders created this system, back in the late 18th century, a 2-year commitment was a very long commitment because people didn't live as long, and we didn't have transportation systems that could get people to and from Washington very quickly at that time. So you're right. They created the 2-year term at a time when that seemed like a much longer period of time than it does today. Now, the issue with nuclear plants. Well, first, I think we have to maintain Yucca Mountain. We should keep it open. We don't build nuclear power plants in this country, unfortunately. We need nuclear power if we want to get clean, reliable energy efficiently. And we use it, again, mostly for electric production. What I'll tell you about that is this. The problem with building a nuclear plant in America is it's not an engineering challenge or a technical challenge. It is a financing challenge and a political challenge. What I mean by that, say a company like PPL wants to build another nuclear reactor up in, say, Susquehanna, and I know they're considering it. To build one, I think would cost somewhere in the range of $8 to $12 billion. All right? That's probably about the value. It's somewhere around $10 billion, so it's in that range. I've heard numbers as high as 12, as low as 8, but $10 billion is a fair number. To build that, what's the value of PPL's the company when you look at all the stock out there? Maybe it's a similar number, around $10, $12 billion. So the issue is a company like PPL or any other entity that wants to build a nuclear plant, cannot take on the type of debt necessary to build. And so that's why the federal government must provide loan guarantees to make this viable. That's the first issue, and I support that, and the president has said he supports that. So President Obama said he supports loan guarantees. I'm glad he does. But that has to happen. Now, the other issue, and you mentioned Yucca Mountain, which is where we were going to create a disposal site. Why are they trying to close Yucca? Well, because Harry Reid wants to close it, and he runs the Senate. I think it's a mistake. We need a good area, and that area has been studied to death as to why we should dispose of this waste out there in the Yucca Flats. I've been out there to the Yucca Flats at the test site, and that's really what's doing. Now, the French, by the way, who get nearly 80% of their electricity from nuclear, they reprocess the spent fuel. In other words, we know how to do this. These are not engineering or technical challenges. They're political challenges and financing challenges, and that's the answer. Any other comments, Greg?
Is there anything we can do to reverse Reed's decision? Is there anything you can do or Congress can do to say, it's open, we're going to use it?
Well, it's not just Reed. I think it's the Obama administration. Look, when they were running for president, Senator Reed's out there in Nevada. These guys, they campaign against it, for the votes out in Nevada, and I think that's what's happened. But the administration is down on this site. It'll change. It'll take a new administration, and frankly, but no matter what senator you're going to get from Nevada, they're going to oppose you. They're going to oppose using Yucca. But it's more important that the White House be on board. So that's what we have to do. It's coming out of the White House. Hey, well, thanks for that comment, Greg. I'm trying to get to as many calls as we can. Let's go to Bob, who I think is down in the Pennsburg area. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Congressman. Yeah, how are you, Congressman Dent?
Good.
I got a question for you. From 2001 to 2007, the Republicans controlled both houses of Congress and the presidency and failed to enact any health care reform at all. And now that we do have a health care policy,